button, and mics are now hot. Pardon me. I also need to actually do. Oh, I need to change that in another spot.
You can take them.
Okay, there we go. And now I can.
My cat is screaming again.
That happens.
Yeah, cats generally do that.
He's so deaf. And he's my best friend.
My friend, now you will have soft tacos later.
Hey, soft tacos from Taco Bell are the best because you don't get screwed on the ingredients.
Hey, dude, I used to work at Taco Bell, and man, are you right about getting screwed on ingredients, man? They love it there.
Oh yeah, like I've noticed that like anytime I've got because I prefer hard shell tacos. I like the crunchiness.
Right.
But anytime I've gotten like a hard shell taco and a soft shell taco, the soft shell taco always has more in it.
Yeah. It's because it's all like by weight there, or something like that.
Huh.
So everything that they do, they like sometimes they get what they call audited, like where this like corporate guy like come through the drive-through and then like they have a scale in their car and they weigh their stuff. And if like you're off or like your proportions are off, they like fine the restaurant. It's ridiculous.
Oh wow. Yeah. Well, I kind of understand that. I've worked for chains before. I used to work as a cook for the longest time.
Heck yeah.
Also, Dark Elf, welcome in. I am glad that you were popping in to say hi. Oh, I need to actually load up.
I need to get into that tabletop. So on this pit crew thing, I've just randomly thrown together a really cutesy tall blonde man. So to save him, how do I save him? Do I just hit this little heart button?
There should be a button that says download.
Okay. There's about 1 billion ads on here, so
Yeah.
There should be a button in the lower left-hand corner with a little crown that says "done."
That's what I just hit. I was like, I probably have to hit done.
Yeah, you do that, and then you should have an option to download it.
Download image. You guys are just so smart, and I am so dumb.
Pickaroo is kind of fucky.
I was like staring at it like it was a alien language on a stone before my eyes. Like,
yay! I'm still the shortest person in the group.
Yeah, you're probably gonna be.
So, Damien,
we.
I will DM you real quick and send you my super feminine farm man.
I mean,
nothing wrong with a little Bichon in action.
Yeah, exactly. Like all types can work on a farm.
He's very, very pretty.
Handsome Squidward exists. It's fine.
Oh no, he is hot.
Oh no, he's hot.
All right. So can I run this virtual tabletop windowed?
It always runs windowed.
Oh, okay. Rad.
I like how the four of the most shortest people are women, and 2 of the tallest women are also women.
Well, you know,
Yeah, woman.
women on average are rather short, but then we have an elemental, and then we also just have a random real tall girl. So you know, it happens.
So what do I need to? I need to launch player.
Yes, launch player.
Okay, it's working on it. This dinosaur of a machine that I have here. The machine spirit is weary, to say the least, in this bad boy.
We'll give it some caffeine. The fuck,
dude. It needs like a sacred prayer.
Caffeine counts.
I just saw the funky farm boy.
Oh yeah, he's real cute. I was just in a rush, and nothing better than last minute work from the T-man here.
Yeah, no worries. So everybody, this is Travis. Travis, this is everybody. Everybody being Jade, Cheer, Stig, and myself.
Hello, everybody. I'm Travis.
Well, and also chat. Chat is part of everybody too.
Yeah,
Hello,
chat is important.
Mayhaps.
Oh, chat's always important.
Yeah.
Also, that's about having an elemental and some girl. Some girl from downtown slums.
Well, it doesn't matter where you come from. Height can come from anywhere.
Yeah, exactly. Your height is not something that you can choose.
I really have to remember I moved that to left shift. Give me a second. I'm going to rebind that.
Privacy policy. Jesus.
Well, you can choose it, but after some surgeries.
Yeah, I was about to say, like, changing your height requires
the worst.
Yeah,
a lot of shenanigans.
Pain.
Yeah, I don't
lots
want to
of
have my legs chiseled.
It ain't
and legs and arms because proportions.
No, I think it'd be really cool to have short arms.
I mean,
what, like a T-Rex?
Yeah, dude. Favorite dinosaur.
I'm willing to bet that the Canopians would be able to change a person's height with really minimal effort.
I mean, yeah, considering what else they can do.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Canopian catgirls for the win.
True. Oh, where's Carbon when you need him? He's really been leaning into the Canopian catgirl thing lately.
I'm kind of sad that he had to drop the campaign.
Same.
Yeah.
It also explains the maid, doesn't it?
Damien,
he's upgraded. It's no longer a maid. The catgirl now has a full like Mechwarrior suit getup.
That's awesome.
And a name. I forget the name, but
okay, I found it.
Oh no! If Ember took the stupid dress with her, it should have burned down in the tank. Oh no!
Oh no! Good thing personal effects would be left on the ship.
Yeah. That's something that would not have come planetside, or at the very least, should not have come planetside.
I believe
it shouldn't have come at all, especially given the conversation that was already had.
Yeah.
Okay, shore leave is a thing. Get another one.
Alrighty. So there should be a button or like a checkbox above your
I'm sorry. I just now saw on stream the pick crew for Travis's character. Oh my god, that it looks like a kid wearing a toy beard.
It does
a little bit.
So it won't let me click ready. Do I need to do something?
There should be a checkbox above the little square that says ready.
Yeah.
I haven't selected any tokens. It says.
Oh, you have to make a token.
Just upload your character image.
Yeah.
That's usually the easiest.
Your child with a beard.
Your 6-year-old with a beard.
Okay, so just like drag that file into that then, basically.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that should work in theory.
If it doesn't, I can always just upload it from my end.
Oh shit.
How the hell does an
Because
Ember
I can
look
change
more
your guys'
masculine?
tokeners around too.
Say that again.
I can change your tokens around too. Because I have
You
the
can make
power.
me an image, huh? Hold on, I've almost done it. I have to search through my massive desktop files.
Oh man,
You know.
that's actually one of the reasons why I try to be as organized with my computer as possible. Everything has its place. Unfortunately, sometimes I forget exactly where that place is, considering I have how many hard drives?
Right.
Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 different hard drives. But
See,
I have stuff split between.
That's insane. I have nowhere near that much technology. I am a model painter, so like all of my space is dedicated to like painting supplies and stuff.
Oh, all of this is like the reason I have 8 different drives. There's a couple of them that are partitioned, but like most of it is because those hard drives have essentially gone between upgrades. I think there's at least one drive in there that's over a decade old.
Heck yeah.
It's
crazy,
am I
man.
getting what's the name? Phantom pings.
Phantom pings.
Yeah, like Discord phantom pings.
Haha, everybody is ready.
I thought we were talking about Metal Gear here.
Wouldn't that be Phantom Pain rather than Phantom Ping?
Yeah, no.
A weapon to surpass Phantom Ping.
Alrighty. So, we have found ourselves over the past little bit. It's been, I think, 2 weeks in game time on the planet of Roadside. There have been a couple of smaller skirmishes, and you know the major actions that have been taken to, you know, not only secure essentially the main weapons manufacturing facility on the planet, but also like other areas as well. But now, Kirka, you would have seen the info about this, being that you are there we go. That you are the commanding officer of this ad hoc star. That the Jade Falcon response force has translated into system, and that they have sent at least one full star of mechs to the planet already to try and establish a beachhead. As far as local planet time, I'll say it is 0600. So it's nice and early in the morning.
Wonderful.
The sun is just starting to to crest the horizon, and it is time for the day's briefing. So let's start with Kirka. What is your morning before this? Like, what's your lead up to showing up to the briefing?
So, despite her best attempts to just kind of try and play things off as normal, she's really, really nervous about the Jade Falcons that are coming in. She has also been trying, despite the dressing down that she got from both Melis and Star Captain Hollis.
Yep.
With the Barsuk. She's still kind of poking her nose in where it kind of doesn't belong, trying to fill in the blanks about what exactly happened with Alistair and what the situation is. She hasn't been able to get much information, which is unusual, and it's kind of driving her crazy. Because she doesn't like not knowing what's happening with someone who is nominally one of her personnels, one of her people. And then the news that despite their best intelligence, they got caught a little bit on the back foot with the Jade Falcons already being able to deploy a star to try and establish a beachhead. Reached her ears a couple of hours ago, basically as it happened. And she had not been able to get back to sleep since, so she's basically in the briefing room with her mug of caffeine, just kind of swirling it impatiently.
Right.
She definitely looks worse for wear, but still like sharp. Like she's present. She's just disheveled, I guess.
All right. Yeah, that tracks. Deanna, how's about you?
She's been doing less making trouble, mostly just trying to stay focused and trying to stay on her game for when this counterattack comes. Having heard they're there, she would similarly be up early. Again, trouble sleeping, so at least Kirika would not be in the briefing room alone.
Alrighty. Amber, how's about yourself?
I have a question just to clear up. I still have the oral, or is it? Oh, was it a one-time thing?
No, you still have the Oro. That's your vehicle now.
Yeah.
Okay. Good. So I forgot what time was it?
6 a.m.
The briefing.
6 a.m.
Yeah.
Oh God.
And you would have been informed that the briefing was going to be at 6 a.m. Probably the night before.
My connection is screwed. I didn't hear anything.
The time is 6 a.m. You would have been informed that the briefing was at 6 a.m. the night before.
Good. So I guess she wouldn't be too panicked about it, but more of a concern. But would show up on time, also with a cup of coffee.
Alrighty. And Cletus.
Well, I guess if it's briefing is at 6 a.m., I guess Cletus is going to promptly roll out of bed at 5:45, brush his teeth, give himself a couple smacks on the face, and get dressed before he heads down to the briefing hall. He's a man of business. He's ready to go.
Alrighty. The room that the briefing is being held in is you look around and it looks like it was once like an auxiliary cafeteria. The reason that it's in this big of a room is it's not just you that are there. You see that there are there are over 30 people here. It looks like all both of the trinaries of mechs, or both of the trinaries from each of the two drop ships are here. Once again, you don't see any of the elemental forces, as they are still in the process of protecting the tech crews that are on the flexible demeanor, as it is getting prepared. Yeah, I kind of figured that somebody eventually would catch that.
I love it.
But yes, so they're the flexible demeanor is on its way. Sorry, yeah. They are in the process of protecting the tech crews that are in the process of gathering, basically preparing and protecting the flexible demeanor.
Okay.
At the front of the room, you see Star Captain Mellis. He is wearing essentially a dress, full dress uniform. Beside him, you see Star Captain Hollis, who is roughly the same height. Nominally, neither one is taller than the other. And Star Captain Mellis is kind of looking over everybody here. And he begins to address the gathered group. Intelligence has confirmed that the Jade Falcon Response Force has started their landing on the planet. They are attempting to set up a beachhead on an island to the southwest of our position. To that end, we will be sending our spear tip to deal with them. And with that, he looks directly at Kirka as he's saying this. We will be sending out other forces. We are going to be sending out other forces as well to mop up other pockets of Jade Falcon armor that have still been on the planet, to prevent them from linking up. The island in question, and you see that he'd also kind of brought in a projector as well. And he brings up a screen. Actually, hold up. I need to fix something first. I want that. Save. DM screen. There we go. Gonna do hex grid, because I found that works a lot better.
It does.
The island itself is not exceptionally large. However, we do want to deny them any sort of foothold we can. Currently, it seems that they have only sent one star to the planet. However, what our intelligence has shown is that this star is going to be comprised of 2 summoners, 2 hellbringers, and a gargoyle. So, Kirka, you will need to be prepared. You and your star will need to be prepared for this.
Kirka would just nod.
As far as any sort of battlefield support, boop. There you go,
Yep.
Cheer.
Thank you.
It's my fault for not hitting update view. As far as battlefield support, you will have access to airborne support, although that will be limited as they will be flying Overwatch in order to maintain air superiority. We do not have any artillery assets in the area, so unfortunately you will not be able to call those down. The elementals from both the Onokuma and the Barsuk are still in the process of protecting our techs. We have received word that they are underway. However, as they are flying obviously sub-light, as jumping within a system is risky at best, it will take at least a day for them to arrive at our location. We're going to need at least that long we are going to need to hold on for at least that long if we are going to prevent the Falcons from taking this planet back. All of the supporting stars have been given your orders. Star Commander Kirka, I would like you and your star to remain in the hall here for just a moment after everybody leaves, as there is a little bit more that I need to speak with you about.
Understood, Star Captain.
Now, does anybody have any questions?
Time do we leave?
That will be decided by your star commander. In that case, everyone else is dismissed. And after a moment, kind of everybody else filters out of the room. It takes a bit, considering, there's nearly 30 people. There's over 30 people in this room at the moment. After a couple of moments, the only people remaining are Deanna, Ember, Kirka, Cletus, and Jet.
And Helmer.
And Helmer.
He's still
yeah.
around.
Helmer counts too, I guess.
And Helmer, I guess. Anyway.
Just some guy.
Yeah, just some guy I captured in Mission 2 and has been here the entire time. It's fine.
It's fine.
Anyway.
Hey.
Star Commander Kirka, you have been looking into the situation with Alistair. Quiaf?
F.
There is... Well, as you were his commanding officer, you have the authority to know that he is currently being questioned back aboard the Onokuma. I was aware of his past. Unfortunately, like a few of the other individuals who have worked with us in the past, he let his past interfere with our current mission. Therefore, he will not be a part of your star any longer. Although, based on the mission reports that you have provided me, that does not seem like it will be a very large loss to your fighting potential. However, and at this point, he gestures to Cletus. You will be receiving another warrior to bolster your ranks. This one has been vetted a little bit more thoroughly, and should be able to hold their own with the rest of your star.
At that point, I would like to get up and shake everyone's hand and formally introduce myself as Cletus. You could just call me Cletus. I tell everyone, I would like to express to you all that I am very excited to take part in this mission with you, and I would love to go out there and crack some skulls. This is my first mission with your group, so please give me any pointers that you have. Don't let me make any tactical missteps, if you will.
How many sorties have you run prior to being attached to us?
Well, I've been enlisted for a while, but let's be honest. I mean, really, this is my first mission of this magnitude. Any mission I've run prior to this is of little relevance. I'm sure you'll understand. I've mostly worked as a farmer in my younger days, but I've ran a couple combat missions on foot, but I've just recently come out of mech school. Top of my class.
I was near the top of my class as well, but that was about 5 years ago.
Well, you've got more experience than me, so
Quite.
I'll be listening to you today.
Good. Some things that I will inform you of immediately. Number one, contrary to some of the rumors that might have been going around about me, I do not exactly believe in the superiority, and with that she'd kind of roll her eyes, of the clan way of combat. I ignore any calls that someone might have for Zelbriggan. I am keenly aware of our history as being exiled and hunted down. I do not expect anyone under my command to treat our enemies with mercy. That being said, if I elect to pull back on a situation, I expect what I say to go. I do not micromanage, but I do expect you to understand when you're in a position where you might be in over your head. I want you to communicate your actions to me. And as much as possible, avoid a one-on-one fight. Especially these Jade Falcons will beat you with experience every time. We do not fight fair.
At that,
Understood.
as you say that, Jet kind of pipes up. But what about me? I do one-on-one regularly.
You're different.
You also tend to pick on mechs that are significantly smaller, so it tends to be more. It's more of a case of bullying the weak.
That is because you always take the juicier targets.
That is fair.
Ember would snort that.
And with that, Jet kind of looks over to Cletus. I have, don't speak to Kirka the way I do. Just it probably won't go very well. At least not at first.
Understood.
Or at second.
So, you guys think this is going to be easy today?
And
No
bro,
mission we deploy on is easy.
Yeah, that is not let's say that is not quality for our missions that I would say that is consistent.
Okay.
For the better part of a year, we have been what I like to think of as Star Captain Mel's problem solvers. If there is an unusual or strange tactical situation that requires a certain delicate touch or a certain precision in its execution, we're the ones that are called upon.
Understood.
In fact,
Scalp.
there are also his problem children.
It takes a problem child to solve the problem. I would argue that problem children are most adept at solving problems. Squeef?
Yes, I would also agree with that.
I think the record speaks for itself there.
Also, that being said, we're going up against 4 heavies and an assault.
What are we going against them with?
Our current loadout is an Oro combat vehicle, a modified Marauder, a Gargoyle, a Timberwolf, and a Summoner, and whatever you are piloting.
And whatever you are piloting. We're a bit tall for an elemental, or about a bit tall for an aerospace fighter.
Yeah, I'm in an assault mech.
That is good news.
Ooh.
Yes. I'm in an assault mech, and I am loaded up with two PPCs, and I got some missiles on there as well. We'll see what we can do.
Wait.
Do you not know the name of your chassis?
I cannot remember it off the top of my head.
And Kirka is going to roll her eyes, pull up her data pad, and type in a little bit of information.
There's not enough PPCs to be the Warhawk you downed.
I bust out like I have like a little pocket notebook. I bust it out and start flipping pages furiously.
So Kirka, as soon as you punch that information in, I'm gonna say that you both actually get to the right spot at the exact same time. It's a Warhammer 2C.
Yeah, buddy.
Warhammer 2C. Okay.
That's me. Lead us in the 2C.
A fine machine.
Yeah, it's a nice one. It's a lot better than a tractor.
Just be careful of those PPCs. I have seen too many PPC bringing mechs overheat themselves to shut down. Don't add yourself to that list.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hey, Helmer, didn't you do that once?
Shut up.
As one mech would say, critical hit.
That might have been the foolish mistake that got me into this mess in the first place. And as he says this, he not quite as tall as Cletus, but definitely more. It's probably similar build, very wiry, muscular. Just kind of cradles his head into his hand.
I don't know. I think what got you into this was challenging Kirka to a fight.
How was I to know that this young would be able to beat me. I was an elite. I was an elite mech warrior in the ranks of Jade Falcon. I should not have been able to lose to this Wolverine pup. And yet you did.
I forgot the name. Could you say it?
Which
When at the same time two people in unison.
Jinx. Jinx.
No.
Oh, simultaneously?
Yeah. It's like choir.
Oh,
I
yeah.
finally remembered
Oh,
it. Yes.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Like in stereo. Yeah, I got you.
Yeah.
Well,
Both
then I
people.
hope that we have more elite Jade Falcons than they do.
What are the odds of that, though?
Not great, unfortunately. I looked at their dossiers. This is the cluster that we are fighting up against is not exactly what one would call full of wash-ups.
Well, let's make them wash-ups.
I like that attitude.
Hey, man, with the right attitude, you can't lose. You just got to stay calm.
Okay. I do not do platitudes. I will say that right off the bat. All the fun sayings in the world mean nothing in the world. All the platitudes in the world mean nothing in a world where a brilliant flash of coherent light can incinerate you in a second.
Yeah, but if I get incinerated, at least I wasn't upset. We're most at home in our mechs, right? So why not try to stay calm?
Also, that previous statement sounds like sounds a lot like a previous pilot of ours who is currently where?
Being interrogated?
Oh. Right.
Which one? The one that's interrogated, the one that got removed from active duty, or the one that got himself drummed out of the warrior caste and is now fixing wires up on the Anakuma?
The one that got interrogated, the one that I was, apparently.
Oh, Alistair.
Yeah.
The one who shot down fewer planes than our tank.
True.
We did not talk about that lucky shot.
Well, hopefully hopefully moving forward we are in a situation where you can actually focus on proper prey. At any rate. And at this point Kirka would mess with the projector to pull up the map if you could, please.
Yep. Shaboop. Shaboop.
Thank you. And this map is to the southwest of our position, you said?
That is correct.
Excellent.
As you can see, it's not a very big island. Like, it's, big enough that you could set up, like, a small forward base on, but it's not exceptionally large.
Is there any satellite imagery that might have come in about where exactly they might be setting up shop? Or would I have to leave that up to my best guesses? Because I have a couple of guesses.
Yeah, essentially they are. Let me.
Assume they're up on these ridge lines, looking down into this valley.
From what?
Is that what I'm looking at?
Give me one moment. Boop. And update. The black circle is where their suspected base of operations is.
So they're housed within like this natural alcove here in these mountainsides. So I like these odds, honestly. I think that there's some clever stuff we could be doing there.
I
Couple
think they
missiles.
themselves into a corner.
This should be simple.
Well,
You should not have said that.
why did they
Our
put
deployments never are.
why did they put themselves in a corner? I'm assuming because they're protected on three sides where they're sitting.
You know where they're not protected from? Above. We could like literally just park right above their base. If this is elevated enough terrain, I'm not sure the topography of the land here.
It should be elevated enough. Okay. The plan will be as follows. I will ask Right Claw to deploy us here near the shores on the northwestern part of the island. That way we can make like we are marching down and plant and expecting to take them face on. We will, once we get to here, divide into two groups. The ground-bound mechs that do not have jump jets, comprising Cletus, the Oro, and the Marauder, will continue south and put pressure onto them here. Helmer and I, meanwhile, since our mechs are equipped with jump jets, will continue north, jump up onto the ledge, and set up here and here. The only mechs that they have that are jump jet equipped are the two summoners that they have. The Hellbringers and the Gargoyle do not have that mobility. And of those, the Hellbringers, while having much more firepower than the Gargoyle, has significantly less armor. Those will be your priority targets. Helmer and I will shoot down from above onto anything that we can see, but our priority targets will be those summoners to ensure that they do not manage to slip out. It should be a simple matter of divide and conquer. It never is, and I am fully expecting reinforcements to be dropped on us at some point during this sortie. Any questions?
You said my primary target was the Gargoyle, and...
Neg. Your primary target will be the Hellbringer.
Oh, I'm sorry?
The smaller of the mechs.
Oh, so we're just going to be bullies today.
Then who do you want me
They are
shooting at?
heavy. They are just glass cannons.
I like it.
Not exactly bullies if they can answer.
I hope we leave him just a smoking set of legs.
You have never fought against the Hellbringer, have you?
Well, no, but...
They are... Let me give you a little bit of information about them. They are 65-ton Omnimex. Of that 65 tons, which is, mind you, 20 tons less than your Warhammer 2C, about half of its space is devoted purely to weapons. The most average Hellbringer loadout dwarfs the amount of firepower that you bring in your Warhammer. 2 ER PPCs, 3 ER medium lasers, a Streak SRM-6, machine guns, active probe, ECM suite, in order to prevent proper lock-ons by Artemis systems or Streak missile weaponry. AMS system to protect them from any missiles coming its way. Used properly, they are an absolute menace and will destroy anything within 30 seconds if given the opportunity. Their biggest weakness is twofold. They have too many weapons and not enough heat sinks, and they have so little armor that you can effectively blow straight through them if you concentrate fire. They are not to be underestimated, but they are to be focused and eradicated, and that is exactly what I would be having you do.
At this point that Jack kind of pipes up. So do you want me to tie up that gargoyle for you then?
If necessary, I think this time we go for the simpler solution of everyone targeting the same mechs at the same time in order to eliminate the likelihood that they can survive to continue to be a nuisance. If we focus our fire properly, every time we fire, we should remove another one of their mechs from the field. I do not want our usual clusterfuck where we wind up splitting off and getting ourselves tied up and into situations that flip out of control. I want this to be done quickly and decisively so that we can crush any possibility of them further establishing a beachhead here.
That's fair.
With that in mind, and she's going to look up something. She's going to look up the most recent update put out by intelligence to see how the estimated amount of time before the next Jade Falcons arrive planetside.
Looks to be the last estimate that you can find is about 2 hours.
About
2 hours, sorry.
Okay. In about 2 hours or about 2 hours old?
In about 2 hours.
Okay. The next drop will be the next Jade Falcons will arrive planetside in about 2 hours. I want us in Right Claw on the move within 30 minutes in order to avoid that from happening. Any questions?
Neg.
Sure.
Negative.
Excellent. Get loaded up. We're going to be moving out soon. Dismissed.
Alrighty. So 30 minutes pass. You are all dropped into Right Claw. Why are you nowhere? Okay, thank you. There we go. Oop, update view. And you find yourselves deployed on the beach.
Goofy question. What's the weather?
It's fairly sunny. Like
Good visibility?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Good visibility. No, like the as far as like this wispy cloud cover type deal, like it would be a nice spring day, basically.
Sounds about right. It's about March.
Yeah.
All right. I imagine we stick out like sore thumbs on this beach, being giant towers of steel.
Oh,
Well, some of them are giant towers of steel.
One's a box.
True.
Right, and
So, refresh me on who is driving what vehicle.
I'm the tank, or much rather a big cannon with cracks.
Okay. I like it. I like it.
Sienna has the Marauder.
Okay.
Helmer, the Jade Falcon, is in a Summoner. Kirka's in a Timberwolf.
Okay. Heard.
So I'm just currently setting up icons for everything. Those two are summoners. Those two are Hellbringers. And that guy
My brain again forgot which ones we're shooting.
It'll be identified. The Hellbringers 3 and 4 will
Good.
probably be the first targets.
Okay, there we go.
Also, yes, I finally get to move 4 squares on double movement instead of 2.
Hooray!
Yay! Hey, you move as fast as Cletus does.
And Deanna, for that matter.
Yeah. Well, no, because Deanna has mask, so Deanna
I mean,
moves
yeah.
3.
Yeah, when she's not hitting the go button.
Exactly.
Is Deanna ever not hitting the go button?
No.
This would probably be a good time to do it so that the 4 of us stay in formation.
That's fair. Okay, so they all move 3.
Wait, so I'm still the slowest. Without the go button.
You're in a tank.
Hey, that's
Yeah,
all
you're
right,
right.
buddy.
It'll be fine.
Are you what?
That's
Speed 2 now?
Yeah, I'm 2.
Yep. You also got a large pulse laser. You'll be okay.
Hey, you're good.
That's all right, buddy. We'll hang out.
No. The Warhammer's not any faster than you are.
We
Oh.
will hang out in the back and we will shoot them. It's fine.
Alright. And Helmer is set to being player controlled. Alrighty.
Okay.
So deployment happens. I will say okay. As you start moving, once you get to about the halfway point, which I'll say is about right there. So if everybody wants to move themselves up to, because I'm assuming we're moving in formation.
More or less.
So if you all want to, move yourselves up to where you think you would be in the formation.
Now, bear with me while I figure out how to do this.
If I can drag, it's easy.
Just like drag my character.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Hey, how many moves are we talking?
Enough.
Just
Enough.
enough to get you in formation. Don't worry about your movement speed. We're not in combat.
So I guess I am going to be here.
Yeah.
It's fine. That works.
I'll go.
Can't
Well,
be
I
on
did not
top
mean to.
of. Yeah. Could I suggest you be behind me?
Well,
I will
Yeah.
go right here.
Yeah.
That was where I was trying to get to.
There we go. Yep, that works.
Yeah.
alrighty. So as you're moving up, you can see that the opposing forces have noticed your advance and are starting to move in. And at this point, you are all within 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, basically right around long range from the lead elements. If you look at the left side of the map, there's a little key as far as the range brackets. The white square represents where the mech would be, or the vehicle would be. Green is point blank. Yellow is short. Orange is medium. Red is long. Anything outside of that is out of range.
So just like count that many hexes.
Yep.
Okay. Cool. Perfect.
Oh, I can shoot.
Alrighty, so I will say that this is time for the combat to start. And Kirka, you have the choice of whether you want to go first or not.
I do want to go first. All right, I'm going to move forward. I'm going to kick on my jump jets, and I'm going to tag the Hellbringer Mark number 3 as our first target.
Oakley dokley.
Okay. So 1, 2, 3. And then let me just confirm my measurement. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 hexes.
Yep.
Which should put me in medium range, correct?
Sweet.
Perfect. Time to start firing. I'm going to fire my large and medium pulse lasers at that Hellbringer that I just told that said that we're going to fuck up.
Alrighty.
There we go. Oh yeah, that's right. I updated my gunnery skill. I forgot.
Whoopsie.
Whoopsie. Whoopsie. I'm shooting at a plus 15.
Oof. So which are you firing with first?
Large pulse lasers.
Large pulses. Okay. Yeah, you hit.
Perfect.
That's
So
a
that
great
is-
roll.
That's the thing. It's a mediocre roll. My dice only showed up a 5. And that is going to the torso. 7 damage.
That's the joke.
7 damage to the torso on Hellbringer 1. Oof. Oof. Roll to see if you get a crit.
Only 6 pips of armor. No crit, though.
No crit.
Okay. Well, now I have my medium pulse lasers to shoot.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
And that is at a plus 13.
Only a plus 13.
Only a plus 13.
You hit just barely.
I'll take just barely. That's also going to the torso. 5 more damage. And honestly, that might just eliminate it.
Nope.
Damn. I'm still gonna roll
However,
for crit,
you
though.
do see to roll. Yeah.
Damn.
No crit.
All right.
So yeah, you see the lasers from Kirka's Timberwolf just dig into the torso of this mech, and like rivulets of armor and structure are just like melting off of the torso. And that's all you're shooting?
Yeah, that's all I'm shooting.
Alrighty. Let's go with Deanna.
All right, she's gonna follow suit, hit the go button, get up there, and we're gonna break tradition a little bit.
Uh-oh.
Because realistically, with 3 more people, this Hellbringer's gone. So she's gonna pop the Hellbringer with the LBX, and then bring the big guns down on the gargoyle.
Oakley Dokley.
Is this the gargoyle?
Yes, that is the
Yeah.
gargoyle.
Okay, good. Just to clear up my.
Yeah, okay. Some people call it a mana war. Those people are called spheroids.
Those people are
called
wrong.
Why do they call it a man of war?
Because they didn't know what to call it when it was just attacking them without radio broadcasts and information.
Yeah,
Yeah.
reporting name. They're just like, it looks like a man of war.
Yeah,
We're calling it a
not
man
off
of
to a
war.
good start.
I mean, that's a better reason than why they call a Timberwolf a mad cat.
I'd call censor fuckery a good enough reason.
Alrighty, so you rolled a 10
Wait,
on that?
Mad Cat is a Timberwolf?
Yes.
Uh-huh.
It's because originally the inner sphere sensors couldn't decide whether it was a catapult or a marauder. Essentially.
But it's discount price.
Yeah, and I'm assuming
That's going to be a miss.
that's not going to hit.
Yeah, no, that's a miss.
That, however, has a pretty good shot on the gargoyle.
Yeah, it does.
Ka-chunk.
It also misses.
Damn.
Damn. That's actually a better than average roll. This could be a bad night.
And what else are you firing at the gargoyle?
That's all I got.
Oh, that's all you got? Alrighty. We will go with Ember.
I have a question. Should I gamble?
That's up to you.
That is entirely up to you.
Regular movement, you'll be able to get into medium range.
I know, yeah, and that's why I'm asking, because I have a plan to go down here and destroy that idiot.
You will be moving through forest, so that
Oh.
will.
So
Like, I
I
mean,
will
hold
go
on.
only to
I would
here, yeah?
recommend.
She
I
can
would
also go around
recommend.
this way.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was about to say. I would
Oh,
recommend
so
going.
1, 2, 3, 4. Like
Uh-huh.
this?
Yeah, that works.
Yep, you get to the same hex without penalty.
Good. Yeah, I am going to spend 1. Was it edge or
Plot point.
Plot point.
Just
yeah,
plot
plot
point.
point.
Oh, yes. So Travis, you get 3 plot points that you can spend. They can be spent for a variety of things. I will kind of go over them as they become relevant.
Okay, I am in.
1, 2, 3, 4. You are in short
Wow.
from the Hellbringer.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. That's what you wanted, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Fuck them up.
Time
I
for
am
the gun to
going.
mark.
I am going to shoot him with the LB X20.
Okay.
You can hit him. You can shoot him with everything. Just so
yeah.
you know.
So you do have to declare all of the weapons that you're firing and all of the targets that they're going at before you roll any dice.
Oh.
So if you're firing at another target with other weapons, you need to let me know before you start firing.
Yeah, and I will shoot the. I can. Okay, how much? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Can I shoot the ER medium at the at this boy?
If you have the range to do it, yeah, you just need to declare it.
It's medium range.
Yep.
It's okay. So I guess no. I will do ER medium and LB 20x on this,
Yep.
and large pulse laser on this.
Okay. So let's start with
So-
the Hellbringer. I'm assuming you're firing the LB first.
Yes. Hold on. I will have to open the. Here it is. And I do the 6 plus. Plus 10. Wow. Oh
That
God.
is a miss.
Again. Why do dice gods hate me?
Because you split your targets.
Though you can spend edge to re-roll either one or both of the dice that you rolled.
I am going to reroll the 1.
Oakley dokley. That's going to be a hit.
Okay. 2d6, yeah.
Yep. 2d6 to say where, and that's going to be an 8, which is the torso. That is going to destroy the mech.
Yay.
Yeah.
Oh,
Amber got a
Okay.
mech kill.
Yay!
So how does this look?
I guess with the already hole punched into it, the shot just pierces through the torso and smashes into the ground, while the torso just, I guess, splits in half.
Alrighty. And then yeah, you said you're firing the medium lasers at it as well. So
Yeah.
you can say how those hit it too. I'm not going to make your roll. I'm just going to assume that they hit because it's already dead.
No, the lasers would have been after the cannon, and yeah.
It kind of all happens simultaneously though. That's why you have to declare your targets before you shoot.
Oh.
Because basically you punch the button at one, and then you aim at the other, and you punch the button at the other. But like if you want the medium lasers to miss, they can miss. It's fine.
They do miss.
Yep. Okay. And then you said you were firing the large laser at the gargoyle?
Yep. Oh god, again, a 1.
You still hit.
Oh.
Yeah, you got it. There was a 1, but there was also a 6.
Yeah.
So, 7's a reasonable roll.
Oh, again, torso.
And yeah, that's gonna be torso. And how much damage?
I am going to say that right now. Oh, oops, I opened up the wrong one. 4. Large pulse
Yes.
is 4.
4? Okay. Sorry. Alrighty. So yeah, you see like a bunch of armor kind of melt off. It still has a good amount of armor on the torso.
Okay, I would love some cover.
Unfortunately, you have already moved.
Yep.
Cletus.
All right. So my movement is 2. So how many hexes am I technically able to move in a combat?
You can move 2, as many hexes as your movement, so 2.
So just 2.
Yeah. If you
I am
You can
slow.
move 4
Oh,
if you use a plot point.
Okay, so plot points. As Cheer just said, if you spend a plot point, you can effectively double your movement. You're essentially
Okay.
running your mech at that point, rather than moving
Basically,
at combat
go
speed.
into here
Right.
or here.
or wherever they choose.
Yeah.
Moving.
So do trees offer any cover, or are they just like slowing me down?
They do offer cover, but they will also slow you down. Like you'll receive a movement penalty of -1 going into.
And I assume it's harder for me to shoot through them.
No, that actually
No.
doesn't factor in.
No,
It's more them
Yep.
shooting at you, or if you're shooting
Yeah.
through.
Oh, okay.
So if you would be standing here, you would need to hit like this, and it
Right.
would affect.
I think I will spend a plot point to go.
I'm guessing
Right.
into the forest.
Right there.
No, it's right here.
Okay, yeah,
I did not mean to go through the forest.
yeah,
there.
you would have been able to make it there with
Yeah.
while remaining outside of the forest. That's fine.
Okay, and then I have medium ranged PPCs.
1.
Am I in medium range?
Yes, you are in medium range.
Okay, so I have 2 PPCs. I would like to fire both of them. Am I within medium range of my target number 4 there?
Number 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You are in long range from that target.
You actually
Okay.
can shoot everything at that idiot.
Oh, a quick note: each one of those lines is a separate attack.
Yes.
You don't get 2 PPC attacks at those values. That's 2 PPCs firing together.
Yeah. So everything fires as like your weapon groups fire as a group. So your PPCs will fire as
Okay, so
one.
like, okay, I understand.
Yeah.
Okay, so I have a total heat dissipation of 8. So that's how much heat I lose per turn, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
And your
I'm
PPC.
gonna fire. Sorry, go ahead.
Your PPCs generate 6 for that weapon.
Yes. And then, like, what is the total that I can take
As far as
in
heat?
heat?
So if you end up having 5 heat or more after dissipation, your mech will automatically shut down. If you have 1 heat after dissipation, your movement drops by 1 until you don't have any heat tokens. If you have 2 heat that you've generated, basically that you can't dissipate, in addition to that -1 movement, you also have a -1 attack modifier for ranged attacks. 3 heat, you have to roll to avoid a shutdown.
Okay.
If you have 4 heat, you have to roll to avoid an ammo explosion.
All right.
Yeah. So like if you generate a whole bunch of heat, it could be very bad.
So, like, if I fired my PPCs and then, like, fired my pulse, my 2 medium pulse here, that would generate 8 heat. The next, like, when I dissipate heat, I would go back down to 0?
That's correct.
Okay. So I think I'm going to do that at number 1 here. I'm not sure what the name of that mech is. I'm sorry. I'm a rook.
The one that's in black?
Yes.
Okay, yep. Yeah, you can do that. That's the gargoyle.
So how do I go about rolling for this?
Alrighty, so I'm assuming you're going to fire your PPCs first?
Yes.
Alrighty. So, the roll is 2d6. Now, on the bottom left corner of your screen, you'll see a little spot for rolling. It'll have a d6, and then it'll have a thing that says bonus, and there'll be a little box underneath.
Yes.
So click the d6 button twice.
Okay.
That'll bring up 2d6.
Okay.
So as far as your bonus, that's going to be your gunnery skill.
Finding that now. My battle mech gunnery skill. I have a 9 in that, but I think I forgot to assign those 2 points you gave me earlier. But that's fine.
Yeah, we can worry about the XP that you have
later,
quickly after session.
Yeah.
Because I was thinking.
I'm gonna go.
Sorry, go ahead.
Go ahead.
Oh no, I was thinking about that before we deployed, but I was like, okay, so let's get the deployment in, then we can go through that and whatnot afterwards. But yeah, so it's going to be your piloting skill, or sorry, your gunnery skill, not piloting.
And then I just click the little sword.
The one moment, there's a little bit more to that.
Okay.
So you want to factor in your range. So you're currently 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Medium range.
Yeah, you're in medium range. So under the PPCs, if there's any sort of bonus or negative, you would apply that to your bonus. I do believe PPCs are okay at medium range.
Yeah, both of these weapons are going to be okay
at
medium range.
Yeah, so that's not going to affect anything like that.
Okay.
There's no cover, so you don't have to worry about that. And they didn't jump, so you don't have to worry about that.
Okay.
So they are faster than him, so there's another penalty there.
Yeah. So, and then speed gets factored in as well. So you're going to be at you're going to subtract 1 from that 9. So you're going to be rolling at 2d6 plus 8.
Okay. For both attacks?
Yes. So we're going to do one
and
at
then
a time.
Just hit roll dice.
We're going to do one at a time. So first it's going to be your PPCs. So 2d6 plus 8. And yeah, hit roll dice.
That's a 12.
Alrighty. So those miss. Now you can spend edge in a couple of ways in this situation. One, you can use it to force me to re-roll one or both dice, or you can use it so that you can re-roll one or both dice.
And what happens if I spend edge? Do I just lose value in the edge window here?
I would keep track of that just like on a scrap piece of paper to the side. Because I do believe you have 2 edge on your character.
That's correct.
Yeah. So basically, every session you can spend 2 edge to do one of those 2 things.
Okay. Yeah, why not? I'm gonna spend edge and redo that.
Yep.
I'm gonna re-roll both of those.
Yep. So yeah, just re-roll your 2d6, and
Okay. That's a 15.
That's a hit.
All right. And then that does 10 damage.
Yep. And you're gonna need to roll 2d6 again. Just 2d6, no bonuses. Basically, right
2d6.
now, right now we're seeing where on the mech it hit.
9.
That is a 9, which that is the left leg.
Okay.
Of the gargoyle, and you did 10 damage. Ooh. Those PPC shots melt right through the armor and have started hitting the structure. So roll me another 2d6 because you might get a critical hit.
D6, critical hit. I got a 3.
Yeah. You need an 8+ to get a critical.
Okay.
But you did melt into that leg something fierce. Alrighty. Now for your next set of shots. It's going to be... So the next ones, you're using the 2 medium pulse lasers?
Yes, that is correct.
Okay, so at medium range, I do believe those have a bonus to them.
No, I have it as okay on here. I could be incorrect. But...
Let me take a look.
They're okay on medium range.
Oh, they are? I thought they had a bonus at me. No.
No,
It's short.
+2 plus. Yeah, it's +2 okay.
Yeah.
The reason I get a bonus is because I have a targeted computer as well.
So it's just
it's the same roll as last time. So 2d6 plus
cool.
8.
Roll the dice. That's an 11.
That is going to be a miss.
I'm gonna take that miss.
Alrighty. So yeah, you see 2 brilliant flashes of light fire out at this gargoyle as the armor on its left leg is just obliterated. Alrighty. I think it is now Helmer's turn.
Okie dokie. He's gonna jump as well, and he's gonna join in on this gargoyle bashing party. Let's see, he is now 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 hexes away from the gargoyle, which is medium range. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. That is correct.
Okay, so in that case, he's going to take a pot shot with his UAC 20, and he's going to do a normal, regular human shot with his medium pulse lasers. So I'll do... So the calculation here, he is rolling at a +9 still, +1 for the jumping, so that's a 10. So I'll do the 10 for the medium pulse lasers first, and then I'll do a +8 for his UAC 20 second.
Oakley dokley.
So medium pulse lasers, pew pew pew.
They hit.
Fantastic. That is going to be to the torso. It's 5 damage.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
And then it was medium pulses. Yep.
That was the medium pulses. Now it's the Ultra AC20.
The UAC.
At a +8.
Boop and boop. That misses.
I figured. It's a bit far out. Okay. And that's all the more that he can really do for shooting.
Alrighty. Then Jet is going to move forward. And is also going to rain some abuse down on that there gargoyle. Actually a +9 for him, because that I had not updated yet. Boop. So he is firing with the 2 ERPPCs. Oh, actually, that's going to be a +10, so that's a 20. And is going to hit. Also in the torso, which is going to core this mech. You see Jet just kind of leisurely. He strolls forward in a leisurely manner in his gargoyle, and he just kind of raises up his PPCs, and you hear him over open comms just say, bye-bye, as he lets loose, and a brilliant flash appears where the gargoyle was, as he has the 2 PPC blasts just like go right through the reactor and make it essentially cook off. And unfortunately, all that's really left is a pair of legs.
Nice.
See, I told you, let's make him a pair of smoking legs.
Now, however, they get to do stuff. So, Summoner the First is going to jump and land basically on the edge of the cliff. And he... 1, 2, 3... He's actually going to shoot at Helmer.
Oh.
Okay.
And he is going to fire everything.
As this is right.
Yeah. First, it's going to be the ERPPCs. His jump negates Helmer's jump.
Yep.
They are equal for speed.
Yep.
And so yeah, it's just a 9. And a boop. And Helmer's piloting.
A boop.
Ooh. So Helmer gets hit.
Okay.
In the 8, which would be the torso.
That would be the torso.
That's going to be 5 damage.
Okay.
Then the LB 10X with a slug is also going to be aimed at the torso. That's 1, 2, 3, so that's going to still be in short range. Boop.
And a boop.
Is also going to hit.
Wonderful. Okay.
Also the torso.
Ouch.
So that's going to be 4 damage.
And that is all the armor on Helmer's torso.
Ooh. Helmer's not in a good... is not having a good day, apparently.
Nope, that's a bad day right there.
And then one more time, this time with the LRM 15s. And a boop.
And a boop.
That is also going to be a hit.
Oh, wonderful.
This time in the 3. Which is going to be the right arm. Well, sorry.
Damage?
The 3 is going to... that's going to be 2. However, extra damage is 3. So the right arm takes 2, and then the head is going to take 1.
Oh.
As he takes a glancing shot to the head with one of the other missiles.
Oh, fun.
I'm not going to spend the plot point to head cap Helmer. That would just be mean.
That would be mean.
Hey,
anyway, I do need to make... He does need to make a roll, though, correct?
Yes. Yeah, he's going to need to make a piloting check.
Just a standard piloting check?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, he's good. Alrighty. So that's that one. Summoner 2 is also going to jump. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or 5.
Summoner 2 Electric Boogaloo.
Yeah. He's actually going to shoot at Kirka.
Okay.
And this one is going to be in medium range.
Okay.
So it's going to be the ERPPC. Jumping negates jumping, so it's just a straight up 9. A boop.
A boop.
That is going to hit.
Bummer. Okay.
And that is going to be a torso for 5 damage.
Okay.
And he's going to fire the 10x as a slug. However, that's going to be -2 because of the range bracket. A boop.
And a boop.
That is also going to hit.
Damn. All right.
They
They're just
are
rolling hot tonight.
Yeah, they are very accurate today. That's going to be in the 9, which is going to be your left leg for 4 damage.
Boop, 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 boop.
And then LRM 15, you have ECM on your mech, correct?
Correct.
Okay, so that's going to be a -2. And a boop.
And a boop.
That hits as well.
Damn. Okay.
Let's see. Extra damage. No extra damage. So you're going to take 2 damage to the 5.
Okay, the right leg. Slishy splash.
Yeah, a little bit of splashiness. Alrighty. And then we have Hellbringer. 1, 2, and 3 is going to move up this way and is going to shoot at Ember, which is going to be in short range. First with a pair of ERPPCs. It misses.
Oh. Nice.
And they're going to fire with their machine guns because that's a lot of heat that's generated. But also, T-Comp actually matters for that. So, boop. That one hits. So you're going to take 2 damage. Oh, that's going to be to the head, I do believe. Hold on. Yeah, Boxcar's head. So 2 damage to, or sorry, 1 damage to the head. And you need to make a piloting check.
To the turret, yeah.
Yeah.
Or
it'd be a
yeah, to the
for
turret.
tank.
Sorry,
Um,
forgot about that.
to the 6 + 9, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, and that also is a. Oh yeah, you're good for your piloting check. I need to check to see if it's a crit. It is not, because both Snake Eyes and Boxcars are potentially through armor crits on tanks. And that will bring us back up to the top of the initiative. Kirka.
Kitchen.
Oh yes, Gargoyle has disappeared.
Okay, I only took 1 damage to the turret, yeah.
2.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, 2 damage to the turrets.
So I only have 5 on the turret.
I mean, it didn't get through your armor. You still have armor. It's good. You're good. You're fine.
At this point, Kirka would open up comms. seeing the layout of the star on her display. Ember, Cletus, Jet, see to the Hellbringer. Deanna, with me and Helmer, we're taking care of these summoners. And then she is going to do, I said she is going to do another jumpies. 1, 2, 3. Say bonjour to this summoner.
I'm assuming you're meaning number 1.
Yeah, number 1.
Oakley.
And I am going to light its bitch ass up with large and medium pulse lasers, all in point blank range.
Fun times.
For me.
Yep. So you both jumped.
All right, so I'm rolling. So I'm going at a 14 this time, right?
Yeah.
Let's see, 11, 12, 13, 14. Yep. Boop.
Yeah.
That was a large pulse, I'm sorry. I should have specified, but either way.
It hits by a lot.
7 damage to the left arm.
7 damage to the left arm. I will call that Summoner 1. Roll to see if you crit. No crit.
Joy. And then the medium pulse lasers. Patau.
Are also going to hit.
Okay. And that is to the 5, the right leg. 5 damage.
5 damage to the right leg. Alrighty.
And that will... Yeah, that'll conclude my shooting for this turn. Not as productive as the Hellbringer, but that's okay.
Yeah.
It's about consistency.
Yeah, exactly. Also, Deanna is next. However, before you take your turn, Deanna, I do want to mention another thing that plot points can be spent on is you can essentially jump your way up in initiative if you so choose. You would just have to declare that you're spending that. Kirka gets to go first, basically because she has a positive trait that lets her just choose when she goes in initiative.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's all I was going to mention. Deanna, it is your initiative.
All right, with the command from Kirka, she wheels the thing around just hard on the pedals. And that should be short range on number 2 and point blank on 1.
That is correct.
She's going to try to feed number 2 a bad day.
Alrighty. So what are you firing first?
PPC's first, as is tradition. What's its speed and all that stuff?
3.
Okay, so speed's fine.
And it did jump, if I remember.
Yes, it did jump. So you have a -1 for jumpy. PPC's miss.
I'm going to edge that just because I'm having a night and it's starting to piss me off.
That's fair, and there's nothing wrong with a little bit of edging.
Ara.
Motherfucker.
Oof.
Ouch.
Oof, that is a big loss.
Your next shot.
All right, the next shot is the LB-10 cluster, or not cluster, slug.
Oakley Dokley. That is a hit. They rolled snake eyes.
All right, that is 4 damage to left arm.
Yeep. 4 damage.
And that's it for
Left
me.
arm of summoner number 2. Alrighty. You see that, like, that slug just tears a hole through, like, fairly deep into the armor. Alrighty. Amber. Amber.
Oh yeah, I forgot to turn off my tuner.
You okay?
Yeah, you're good.
Anyway, so I am going to shoot everything at that idiot.
Alright. Are you moving first or are you going to move after?
No, I am just shooting at the idiot at number 4. Everything.
Oakley dokley.
Blast the Hellbringer.
So what are you shooting first?
Mm, large pulse.
Large pulse first. Okay.
Yeah, it's this one. West.
You miss.
Okay. Next one is the ER medium.
Oakley dokley.
I don't know why it's called the defense roll. Oh,
That's a hit.
I should have shot the LBX.
And that's a 10, which is going to be the left arm. How much damage is that?
30.
3?
Yeah.
The left arm. Okay.
No way in hell that would be 30.
Alrighty. Are you firing anything else?
Yes, I am shooting the LBX
Oakley
at the
dokley.
same guy.
That's a hit. You've been taking
Oh.
into account your -1 because you're slower than him, right? Like you would still hit, but you've been taking speed.
No.
You need to take speed into account. He's moved 3.
Gore.
It's yeah, that's why I'm here. He's moved 3, you're moved 2, so like you still hit, but yeah, just
And the previous one, yeah?
yeah, you
22.
yeah. You rolled a 22, they rolled a 13.
Okay.
You most definitely hit. But yeah, so roll to see location. That is
Torso.
the torso. And how much damage?
7.
7 damage to the torso on the Hellbringer. Roll.
What does the 7 divided by C7 mean?
That's okay, so that's you either do 7 damage as with a slug, or you can fire it as a cluster, and then you just essentially roll 7 hit locations. And it does 1 damage to each hit location.
Oh.
I was assuming that you're firing it as a slug.
Yes. I am not shotgunning it.
But yes, you definitely hit, and you get to roll 2d6 to see if you crit.
Don't fail me, luck.
You crit.
That is a crit.
That is the first crit of the night, even. So now what I need you to do is I need you to roll me 1d6. That's a 1. Ammo explosion. Do they have ammo in the torso?
The Hellbringer? Yes, it does.
Ooh.
Oh.
Has machine gun and SRM ammo.
Yes. It is cased though.
It's still in the torso. We don't differentiate between side torsos in Destiny.
No. but I do believe case would just mean that the ammo is blowed up.
Let me see, because I do know that in tabletop it does destroy the component that the ammunition is housed in. It just doesn't.
Engine critical hit. It basically turns it into an engine crit.
Okay.
Yeah.
There we go.
So it is now +2 heat every turn, and if it gets another engine crit, it destroys it.
Well, there we go. Sick.
And
+2 heat on a Hellbringer is bad.
Very bad news bears.
yeah, very bad news bears. Roll me another d6. And I'll say
Wait,
evens,
what?
it's the machine gun ammo. Odds, it's the SRM ammo.
Okay, Wadelock, please give me odds.
There we go. It has no more SRM ammo as the SRM ammo cooks off and explodes. Thankfully, the explosion is vented away from most of the vital bits. However, it does damage the engine shielding a little bit.
So basically, when I ask luck, it does work. When I don't ask it, it doesn't work. Great.
Hey, that works.
Yeah.
That's nice.
And oh shit, because the AMS ammo could have blown up too.
Roo.
It's
But
fine.
it's okay.
It's fine.
It's fine. It's AMS.
Yeah.
Alrighty. Did you have anything else you were shooting, Ember?
Nope.
Oakley dokley. Cletus!
All right.
Please destroy the idiot.
I'm going to move here.
Oakley dokley. That puts you in point blank range.
Okay. In point blank range, I can fire both. I can fire both sets of my pulse lasers at +2.
Mm-hmm.
So I think I'm going to do that. And is this guy faster than me?
Yes.
So it's a -1.
It is a -1, yeah. Because he has 3, you have 2.
So it'll be 2d6s +9. Because the -1 would make it 8, and I have +2.
So actually that would be 2d6 plus 10.
Would it?
Well,
Because I have...
your skill is 9.
Yes.
-1 because...
Oh, you are right.
Yeah, because of speed, and then +2 because you're firing pulses. So is this going to be the weapon group with 2 pulses or 3 pulses? Because you have two different weapon groups with pulse lasers.
So I'm gonna fire the 2 pulse.
Okay.
So that's 2d6 plus 10, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Roll 17.
That is a hit. Now roll me 2d6. That is a 4. That's going to hit the right arm, and the damage.
That is 5 damage.
Roll me 2d6 again. Let's see if you get a crit. You most definitely get a crit.
All
The
right.
second one.
Yeah. Now I'm going to need you to roll me 1d6.
Okay.
That is a 5. Primary weapon / weapon group is destroyed. That is on the Hellbringer. So yeah, you blow up one of its PPCs
Oh, hell yeah.
with
All
those
right.
pulse laser shots. Now,
And then,
sorry, go ahead.
I'm sorry, I cut you off.
Yeah,
It's okay,
no.
go ahead.
I was just going to ask you to roll for your second shot.
Okay, so that's the same. It's 2d6 plus 10.
Yep.
Nice.
That is
18.
that is also a hit. Now roll me 2 more d6 to see where you hit.
That's a 6.
that is going to be the torso.
Okay.
And how much damage does that do?
This one does 7.
Perfect. How does that look? Because you have now cored out this mech.
I would like to say, since it's a group of 3 pulse lasers, that 3 blistering green lasers fire out from my mech and just pierce directly into the torso of this thing, melting it down, sending out a bright, massive explosion and shock waves that fall to the ground backwards.
Nice.
All right. Cool.
Alrighty. It's now Helmer.
Okay. Elmer is going to do a jumpy jump. 1, 2, 3. He's going to bully summoner number 1 as well. And now he's going to at least fire off. Yeah, he's going to fire off the UAC 20 immediate pulse lasers, and he's going to see if he can get a shot off with the Streak SRM-6 as well, now that he's in a good range.
Ooh. You can try and be a toasty boy.
A little bit. So let's see. That's a 9, which is a 9. And then 11s with the pulse lasers. So I'll do the pulse lasers first. That's a plus 11. Pew, pew, pew.
That's a hit.
Cool. A nice 5 damage to the torso of summoner number 1.
5 damage to the torso. Oakley dokley.
And then we're running on a plus 9 for the Ultra AC 20. Chakachoom.
That is a miss.
He's going to burn his edge to re-roll that.
Probably a good idea.
Watch me get snake eyes.
Nope.
Nope.
That's a hit.
Oh,
Worth it.
majorly worth it.
Now to roll extra damage. 1 extra damage. 1 extra damage. Okay. So 7 damage is going to the head.
Is that primary weapon? Is it?
I don't have it marked, but I would call it primary on it.
It does
summoner.
have to be marked.
It does.
Yeah.
Okay, then it's not marked.
Okay.
So no.
So
And-
in this case,
Go ahead and explain the rule.
Yep. So as far as headshots go, every headshot is automatically a glancing shot unless one of 2 things are true. Either A, it's done with a primary weapon, then full damage gets dealt, or B, you spend a plot point to change it from a glancing blow into a full hit. As I'm very sorry for interrupting as you were saying this, Kirika, but
That's a good time to explain that rule, because that is exactly what I'm about to do. I will spend a plot point so Helmer can blow the head off of this summoner.
already. And how does this look?
This looks, excuse me, soars through the air in a classic Jade Falcon style, because you can take the boy out of the Jade Falcon, but you can never take the Jade Falcon out of the boy. He is going to fire while in midair, the pulse lasers in his arms singing out and lashing against the torso of the summoner. And then he aims his UAC 20 at the torso and opens fire, adjusting at the last possible second as he notices he's about to shoot a little high. But in so doing, sends the salvo directly into the cockpit of the summoner, effectively sharing the dome like clean through, with a couple of spare shells hitting and pockmarking the torso as the summoner flips off of the cliff and tumbles down, landing in the dirt in front of Kirka.
Nice. Alrighty. So Jet is gonna move a little northwards. As he's moving, he's going to hit the comms and say, "Sorry, Star Commander, all of the targets to the south have been taken." And 1, 2, 3, 4, and this is going to be in short range. He's going to take a couple of pot shots at Summoner the Second.
Thick.
So first with his pair of ERPPCs. That is going to be a 9 because he has a T comp. And a boop. 19 versus 18. They're going to hit the torso, and that's going to be 10 damage to the torso.
Ouch.
And that is going to be a crit. And a 1d6. Number 4 on the torso. Gyro damage. So -2 piloting going forward. Well, starting next turn, if it survives.
Right.
Well, it'll survive till
yeah,
after.
it'll survive.
Well, maybe, because Jet still has a few more shots.
Yeah.
And then yeah, he's gonna fire the 2 LRM-10s just for giggles and shits. So that is actually going to be at a -1. Actually, no, that is going to be at a 9. Because I still haven't updated that to have his actual score. So boop. And then those are going to miss. And that is going to be Jet's turn. The summoner is going to jump over this way and get in point blank range with Helmer. And is going to then, pardon me, fire off first his ERPPC. Having jumped, it negates Helmer's jumping. No other bonuses or negatives, so a boop.
And shaboop.
The PPC is going to miss.
Cool.
He's then going to fire the LB-10X. And a boop.
Shaboop.
That's also going to miss.
Okay, wow.
And he's going to point blank the LRM-15s. Also a boop.
Shaboop.
That's going to hit.
Okay. He was going Matrix for a moment, just riding the adrenaline high from headshotting the Summoner.
And no
The other
extra
one.
damage.
Okay.
However, he is going to take 2 to the torso.
All right, I'm going to need you to roll a crit.
Which, no crit.
Okay.
However, Kirka, it is now your turn.
It is. And Kirka's going to wheel around.
Walking or jumping?
Walking this time, actually. She's got something special planned for this one.
Ooh.
She's just going to Alpha Strike.
Alrighty. So what you firing first?
So first, I'm going to fire the large pulse lasers. It's 11, 12, 13, 14. Should be a 13 because of the jump, correct?
Yes.
Okay. So it's going to be a plus 13 for the large and medium pulse lasers, and then a plus 11 for the ER smalls when I get to them, if I get to them. Shaboop.
That's going to be a hit.
Fuck. Oh,
But
I didn't even roll the dice prep.
Guaranteed.
I didn't roll the dice prep.
Yeah.
It's okay.
Well, you can
In that
roll the
case-
second d6, but I mean, even with only rolling one d6, it's a hit.
I'm not gonna bother then. It's going to be 2 to 3. 7 damage.
That is going to be the right arm.
Uh-huh.
7 damage.
Yep.
That you get to roll me 2d6
Okay.
to see if it's a crit.
No crit.
No crit.
Okay. Now for the medium pulse lasers, a pew pew pew.
That's going to hit.
Okay. So that's going to be 5 damage to the torso.
Roll to see if you crit.
Okay. I do.
And 1d6 to see what your crit is.
4.
4 gyro damage.
That's the
Cool.
second gyro hit.
Unable to spend movement. So it still gets its normal movement, like the normal movement penalties still apply till the end of this turn if it survives. However, yeah, next turn it can't move. It is immobile. Alrighty. And, sorry, go ahead.
I'm going to hold off on firing my ER smalls for just a moment. Because I would have gotten the readout that that thing's gyro was just destroyed.
Yep. Alrighty, if that's everything you've got, that means it
Not
is...
quite. I'm going to reach out on comms. To the unidentified summoner that has just been crippled by my lasers. I am Commander Kirka of the Iron Badgers. As you see, you have found yourselves up against overwhelming odds, and the remainder of your star has been utterly destroyed. However, I am not without honor. I can execute you here and now if you so choose. However, I will give you the option to surrender yourself and become my bondsperson, as is the right of your clan. What say you?
The dregs of the not named know nothing of honor.
I'm not going to even I'm going to interrupt before it even says. As soon as I hear dregs of the not named, she fires the ER smalls.
That is most likely going to be a hit. It is.
I would like to burn a plot point so that it hits the torso, which I presume has less than 5 points of health left.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I will allow that. It's not one of the things that it says in the book, but it's cinematic enough that I'm down for it.
So then, the dregs of the not named, Kirka fires off the ER small lasers. 3 small beams of light pour out from the nose of her Timberwolf directly into the already weakened shell of the summoner, burrowing directly into the engine shielding, which then fails and, with a brilliant flash, erupts upward, taking the pilot out with the engine. And the summoner then collapses under its own weight, kind of like in the intro sequence of Mechwarrior 3.
Nice.
Just kind of leans back and just...
As soon as that happens, everybody over comms hears the voice of the pilot of Right Claw. I'm coming in hot. I'm seeing a dropship come in, or coming in fast. We don't know what's on it, but it's time for us to move out. Aerospace is going to be dealing with this threat and keeping them off the ground as best as possible.
I was just about to jinx it.
At which point,
Copy.
like as you're hearing this, you all see that Right Claw is basically touching down for you all to jump in.
Sick.
As you're leaving, you as you're boarding, actually, you see that on your sensors, you see a blip that you can assume is the incoming Jade Falcon dropship, and 5 blips coming in from the north, that have the IFFs of Iron Badger Aerospace coming to deal with that. After, a little bit of a flight, you get back to the spaceport. And as you are disembarking from the dropship, you see Star Captains Mellis and Hollis are on the tarmac waiting for you. Star Captain Mellis looks at you all. You did fine work out there.
Thank you, Star Captain.
Get some rest. We will be looking at doing a final push within the week. The flexible demeanor will be in orbit in 2 days' time. We expect that the Falcon forces that are incoming will be dropping on the other side of the planet in order to attempt to avoid the guns that we will be able to bring to bear at that time. Cletus, I've seen we've seen how well you have done in your first deployment, and I expect good things from you going forward.
Be the best.
Do not put more stress on Star Commander Kirka's shoulders than you need to.
Or not to. Just keep my head down and do my job.
Star Commander Kirka, I will leave the debrief of your star to you. You're dismissed. And then he goes back to speaking to Star Captain Hollis.
Is there a place we can get drinks here? I'd like to buy drinks for everybody for a successful mission. No? Damn. Well?
They're not here at this spaceport. We have yet to fully revitalize it. There are some in town, but that is about 20 kilometers away, and I doubt that any sort of off-base venturing will be authorized.
Yeah, it's not even worth it. I'll have to see what I can do. Maybe I can get us a bottle sometime.
I suspect there will be
advise
plenty
not.
of opportunities.
Hopefully.
Jet looks over at you and Cletus, catch, and throws a flask at you.
I whip it out of the air gracefully with my big meaty farm hand. I take a swig.
It's mead.
Thanks. Oh, sick. Nice thick stuff, huh? I love it.
It's my own brew.
You have to teach me the recipe sometime, buddy.
Maybe.
Oh, okay. I see how it is. Out there saving your guys' ass today. Well, at least Ember's, right?
I mean, if you want, you can try and challenge me for the recipe.
What are you talking, like a chili cook-off?
Nah. I mean, we have a week until our next deployment. I'm
Right.
pretty sure a strapping young lad such as yourself could put up, you know, a decent fight. And as Jet's saying this, you see him kind of rolling his shoulders. And
All right. I have a cue that I've written called Let's Rock. So I'm going to go ahead and say Let's Rock, and I would like to immediately try to tackle him
God.
if he's gesturing in this way.
okay. So at this point, I'm gonna say, what is Kirka and Deanna's reaction to this?
Kirika had rolled her eyes a little bit ago. The moment the more macho back and forth kind of started up, and she's kind of just extricating herself from it, just taking a few steps back, but keeping half an eye on it because she knows if something happens, it's going to land on her. So she doesn't want anything to do with it, but she does want to know what's happening in case she has to write a report later.
That's fair. And Deanna?
Deanna puts her forehead against her fist and just starts shaking her head, wondering if this guy has had his on-cord on for a length of time that can be measured in minutes. And then just chuckles to herself a little bit. Not hurt him too badly. Remember that we are going to be seeing action again in a day or three.
Nothing more than friendly wrestling, right?
I
I was
know
not.
that
I was not asking you to show restraint.
Oh,
I know that I wasn't asked, but basically, can I say it?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, good. So basically, Ember would just have a deadpan look at Cletus, since she apparently got saved, and she didn't know that she got saved, and also, yeah, the match talk is kinda apparent what will happen next. So the deadpan look.
Yeah, and I can only imagine how awful this scene must be. As this 8-foot, basically living volcano tells this little like 5'9" dude not to hurt Cletus too bad.
Yeah, that's basically the long, because yeah, like Jet's only like 5'9", like just a hair over. So Cletus basically rushes Jet. And as Cletus is rushing, Jet just says, "Well bargained and done, I guess," and roll a melee combat check, please and thank you.
So that's 2d6s plus what? I forgot to put that skill or
Plus
that.
reflexes plus your melee skill.
So what would my?
If you didn't put any points in melee combat, it's just plus your reflexes.
Okay, so 2d6s plus my reflexes.
Yep.
Okay, give me just a second. Oof, not good.
Okay, so as you charge at Jet, he just kind of steps aside and does a move that Deanna would have seen done before, like in the sparring sessions with like the other elementals.
I was gonna say, like, probably a move that he's done to her.
Well, one that he's at least attempted to do to her, where he just basically kind of steps to the side, uses Cletus's momentum, and then all of a sudden, the next thing Cletus knows, he's looking up at the sky as he's on his back, having just been like flipped over and gone ass over tea kettle. And Jet just kind of looks down and is like, "Would you like to continue?"
Should I? I think I should. I'm going to try to sweep his legs. So that would be 2d6 plus 5, correct?
That is correct.
Less good than the last time.
Jet just kind of jumps over the...
I'm embarrassed.
And then he's going to come down, and he's actually going to attack this time.
Oh, shit. Now, do I need to make any defense rolls here?
Yes, defense roll is 2d6 plus double your reflex score. So this will be 2d6 plus 10.
Oh.
And
And there you go.
boop. And he comes down with basically an elbow that hits Cletus like right in the collarbone.
Oof.
Which would be enough to do 3 fatigue damage, which is going to bring you down to the starting the third row of your fatigue monitor. And at which point he's going to like pat you on the head and be like, "I think you need to do some melee training, my friend."
There's always next time, my friend. I did not expect. I did not expect to get my ass beat.
And at this point, he's gonna look at Jet's gonna look at both Kirka and Deanna. Star Commanders, is this enough to classify as a win?
If he gives up, I suppose, which it sounds like he did.
I'm not giving up. You never trust your enemy, my friends. Am I still on the ground?
Oh yeah, you're still on the ground. Currently, Jet is kind of like he kind of gone back to like a kneeling stance.
Damn.
As
Maybe
you were
I
saying
should. This guy's beating my ass. I think I am gonna give up. Yeah.
And
I
Kirka
get up and
nods.
say, "Oh, next time, bud.
yeah, Jet
I got
helps.
your number."
Jet helps you up. I do melee and physical combat training nightly.
Maybe I'll put some time in with you there, bud. Maybe next time I get a little bit of time, I'll train and beef up my melee combat skills here.
Well, you are in the star with two of the most formidable melee combat specialists on the Onokuma. So
Right. You ever wrestled a greased up hog?
no, but I have sent a couple of elementals, not quite as big as her, as Jet just points at Deanna. Ass over tea kettle.
Oh man, I look forward to it, man. We'll have to spar next time we get a little bit of free time.
Every day, 1,600 hours, I'm training. Anytime you're ready.
All right. I'll meet you down there tomorrow. And this is the man that gave me the drink, correct?
Yep.
I give him his flask back finally.
Oh, you can keep that one.
Oh, no, it's okay, buddy. I've got my own back in the bunk, you know.
Very well. And yeah, Jet just kind of strolls off towards the general like debriefing room, as it were.
Out of character, I'm just now Googling and looking at these elemental characters, and I was not aware that they were so vascular and jacked.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
No, she's literally 8 feet tall and built like Rhino from Cyberpunk 2077.
Hell yeah. I'm into it. I like it. So, when is the next mission? They said 2 days?
2 to 3 days.
2 to 3 days?
The
Dang.
flexible demeanor will be in orbit within 3 days. The next planned mission, unless something comes up in the meantime, which is up for me to decide between sessions, is going to be within a week.
Okay, so I would like to ask Star Commander Kirka here, if do we ever do any like non-mech based missions?
We haven't yet.
Okay, well that's good, because I'm not very good at driving anything but my mech, you know.
Do not worry. I'm sure if it actually came to it, there will be some other means of transportation. But
Yeah.
luckily, thus far, we have not had to do anything. Not in a long time, at the very least, that involved doing anything outside of our mechs.
Well,
It
that's
was
good.
it was more frequent back when Deanna was still unmounted, but now that she has her Marauder, we have been deploying as a full mech star.
Well, I look forward to continuing my service alongside you, and I hope that we can all become friends in the long term.
We will see.
If I make it that long, huh?
If any of us make it that long.
Uh, well, hopefully we do.
Hopefully.
Well, with that, I'm going to go take a shower, and I will leave the debriefing room and head to clean myself off after a sweaty battle in the mech.
I'm assuming that means we're dismissed, Star Commander.
Af, I had nothing to add to what Star Captain said anyway. It was mission was clean. We got in, we did the job, we got out before things got too hairy. No complaints.
And we found out that our latest addition's incompetence is not his core competencies.
And there was something new for me.
Oh,
So, what is the spaceport like that we're in exactly like? Just for like my reference. I'm sorry to cut you off.
in what
Well, is it like? Is it like bustling? Is it like grimy and like run down? Like what are we looking at? Like
No,
war torn and blown out?
it's actually in fairly decent shape. The raid to take said spaceport was actually fairly clean. There wasn't too much collateral damage. There were you can't looking around, you can see that there had been a couple of buildings that were damaged, but they're kind of in the process of being repaired as we speak. Other than that,
Sure.
it's everything looks pretty clean. The people who are moving around are moving that you can tell that they are they give off the presence of being lifelong military for
I
the most
gotcha.
part.
Okay.
You do see a shorter. Samantha is brown haired, right?
Auburn.
Redhead.
Redhead. Yeah, you do see a fairly short redhead running towards Deanna's mech as it's being unloaded from the Leopard dropship, just to kind of take a look at, her baby / handiwork to make sure everything is good.
I take it she's like the engineer on site.
She's Deanna's head technician specifically.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you see a couple of other tech, like nondescript techs, going over as well, checking on like the other mechs and whatnot. You see
Heard.
there's at least another there's another leopard that's actually being loaded up with mechs at the moment, getting ready to take off for their own mission.
Hell yeah. If I see any of those pilots, I give them a salute as I walk by.
Yeah, they kind of nod and give you a short salute as they're going towards their respective dropships.
Hell yeah.
Alrighty. Since this was a pretty quick and easy session, I'm gonna say 3 XP each.
Sick.
Travis, in regards to your 20 that you have to spend.
Shall do it now.
Yes. Because if they are not spent now, then they will be lost.
Okay, so I have to spend how much XP
20.
altogether?
Yes.
And how is this XP spent?
Okay.
Exactly.
So-
Just working on it.
Yep. So page 77 in the book.
Okay.
There are a few things you can spend XP on. You can improve attributes. Wow. Speaking would be, a good thing. You can improve skills. You can buy a positive trait or remove a negative trait. But that kind of has to be narrative with how you're doing that. You can buy or improve weapons or inventory.
Okay.
That's the customization that I was talking about earlier. You can also buy / salvage or repair hardware as well.
And you said this starts on page 77.
Yeah. It's covered on 77 and
just for
78.
quick reference, I did put a chart of the costs for stat and skill points in the Discord chat. Because it asks you to do math, so I just keep the math pre-done on a spot in my sheet.
So to go up from 1 to 2 points, it costs 3 points of XP.
Yep.
Okay.
And I'm gonna be smart and pin that this time.
And is there a max that I can have in an attribute?
6.
Okay.
That's for both skills and for attributes.
Okay.
Yep, and the right column there is the attributes, left column is skills.
Okay. I'm looking at the book and everything too. So, say I wanted to improve my melee combat,
Okay.
right? And I have no skill in melee combat as of right now.
Yep.
Right. If I wanted to make that 5, that would take. Looking at this chart.
24.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, that'd be 24.
Okay. Okay, and I have 20?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm looking here because now I'm reading about like improving like the lethality of weapons and stuff.
That's for your personal combat
Those are for
weapons.
per personal weapons.
Okay, cool. And then I want to do a salvage option with this XP if that's cool with you.
You do have the option to do that. So in regards to that, you can only have Helmer's kind of a special case because that's actually like a full separate character who came with his own mech, and I'm okay with that being done. However, there are kind of some stipulations that I've put in place with that. So like, but as far as doing salvage, you can only have one active piece of hardware at a time.
Okay.
So if you were to say salvage the gargoyle that we faced,
right,
you would basically be switching from the Warhammer 2C to the gargoyle.
Okay, so like we wouldn't just like take that thing and like bank it or like be able to sell it.
You could like essentially bank it, but there's no rules within the system for like selling old mechs.
Oh, okay. Well, then that defeats the purpose of my idea.
Yeah, I don't know if it's been like officially stated or not, but since the Iron Badgers have been kind of living off of salvage and mercenary work for a couple of centuries now, I generally presume that anything that isn't directly claimed by any of the mech warriors or characters or anything like that gets basically salvaged and cannibalized for parts.
Either cannibalized for parts, or if it's still in working condition, it gets like repaired and put into like the reserves. Essentially up until the current happenings in the campaign, the Iron Badgers were or have been essentially a space-based force primarily. There are a couple of enclaves that are on planets that are no more than like essentially a couple of buildings. Like there's a couple of orphanages that act as, well, it's quote unquote orphanages. They're basically planet-side Sibcos for raising essentially the young of the Iron Badgers and training them to be warriors in various capacities.
So let me ask you this: how would I just go about like buying like a sick ass new weapon for my mech or something? Then is that doable?
So in changing out weaponry, since your mech is not an Omni mech, it is a little bit more involved. If you're like essentially say swapping your PPCs for something else, it could be like, that could be done over a week. And I wouldn't ask for no, I generally don't ask for XP for that. It's just that just takes time.
Okay.
And
well, then let me ask you this.
There's a second stipulation for that as well. And the weaponry that you're putting in has to be equivalent to the weaponry that you're taking out.
Okay. Let me ask you this, since I'm like fresh off, what do you recommend I do, honestly?
As far as XP, if I was in your position, I would probably look at improving skills.
Okay.
Or looking at improving attributes. Like if you if you wanted to like improve your strength attribute, or if you wanted to improve your will attribute or something like that.
So yeah, okay. So like, yeah, how about that?
That-
I'll improve my strength and my will attribute
Okay, so your
by
strength is
1 each.
yeah, so your strength is currently 2, you'd be going to 3. So that's going to be
Yes,
5
so-
XP spent.
So I got 15 left.
Yep.
And then will be going to a 2.
Yep.
So that takes
3.
Hold on, 3. Sorry, I was flipping back and forth to the chart there. And then so I think I will do some melee combat increase.
Yeah, because
as
that's
well.
going to leave you with 12 points to spend,
And
not
then,
including the
and then-
XP from today.
and then I'll just burn all that on melee combat.
Alrighty. So
That would take you to 3 with 10 points spent.
And then I have 2 left over.
Yes, sir.
And is there anything I can do with 2?
Take a new skill from 0 to 1.
yeah. Also, since it is at the end of the session, and you did just receive 3, so technically you have 5 that you can spend. It's just 2 of them will be lost if you don't spend them.
Well, if I technically have 5, what's to stop me from just increasing my willpower again?
Nothing.
All right, well then I'm gonna do that, and then we'll call it dead.
Okay.
And then melee combat is strength based, right?
No.
Reflex.
No, melee combat is reflex based. Support weapons
Okay.
is strength based.
Yeah.
Okay.
Also, since you have okay, there we go. Since you've increased both your strength and your will, your damage tracks get updated.
Right.
So you now
now-
have a strength of 3.
Yes.
Okay. So now on your physical damage track, you should only have 1 pip marked off from from the first row and 1 pip from the second row.
Okay.
And now that you have 2 in will, or sorry, no, actually you have 3 in will because you bought 2
Yeah.
points. You're going to have, again, the same thing. 1 pip in the first that's blocked off and 1 pip in the second.
Heard. I gotcha. I got it marked off. Okay. And then that's it, right?
Yep.
All right. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and save that. Do you need me to like re-update like that post
No.
on
If you
Discord?
if you want to put your new character sheet like just in another post in there, like in a reply to that post, and just like upload your character sheet, you can.
Okay.
Like I trust you all not to cheat on your stats.
Hell yeah, I gotcha. I appreciate that.
Thankfully, I haven't had anybody take advantage of that to the point where like I need to stop doing that. So
Right. Hell yeah. I dig it. Well, that was very fun. I appreciate it. I appreciate you welcoming me in and letting me play with you guys. It was nice to play with all of you and meet you all.
Yeah.
Same. Happy to have you.
Same.
it was a pleasure having you in. I'm glad you had a good
Yes.
time.
Yeah. If you guys will have me back, I would be more than willing to play. You just have to let me know when.
It's
You know?
every Saturday,
Saturday.
9 Eastern.
Yep.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
are more than welcome back.
Yep.
I-
I'm out
yeah.
next week.
Say
Oh,
that
you are?
again. I didn't.
I'm out next week. It's Kid Brother's 30th birthday.
Yes. So
Oh heck yeah!
so
This Saturday coming.
yeah, so this Saturday coming, I think we're gonna then probably call session because this is a fucky time of year anyway.
Hell
So
yeah,
session is
because
gonna.
I'm busy next week too, so that's perfect, guys. That's like absolutely perfect.
Alrighty, so the 7th, we are not going to have game.
Okay.
We will be back for the 14th.
Okay, that sounds perfect for me. Perfect. I look forward to playing then.
Yeah.